Hey, what a game. What a game. What a game that Magesi and Kaizer Chiefs gave us today. I think it was a game of two halves and two different teams in two different places. And you could tell how important certain players were. So I'm going to start off with Magesi. The greatest positive you can take from Magesi is that whatever they did versus Pirates was not a mistake. And you could tell that, you know, they came out with a plan. They didn't want to get too exciting. They came out and got their goal early. Again, across from the left-hand side, coming in and free header inside, which is something that Kaizer Chiefs needs to deal with because we cannot keep conceding the same goal. You could tell at times that they wanted to hit us on the counter, and maybe if they made better decisions in transition, they would have had a lot more chances. The only thing that Magesi really did wrong in this game was when you see a team waking up, you have to try stop them. Stop the momentum, stop them from being able to build and play, stop them from getting the crowd inside. And that sometimes means a couple of professional fouls, pull a jersey here and there, and do those type of things. I don't think that Magesi played well in terms of for most parts of the game, but they did what they needed to do when they did. And the only reason they maybe lost that game towards the end is they got overwhelmed when it came late. I think Chipazeze has an ability, man, to find another gear in very big, important games. And he was, a lot of what was standing between that Magesi game looking a bit different. On Chiefs' side, sorry to interrupt the video that I'm sure you're enjoying, but I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support that you guys have shown me and my Overthinking Football platform. I'm a one-man band that's doing all of this, and I really do enjoy the comments about how, you know, Supersport needs to come fetch me and SABC and all of that stuff. And I think it speaks to the quality of the content, but also the amount of effort that I put in. So I just wanted to say thank you. But the truth is that Abo Supersport and all of those guys, yes, we're competing with them, but it's a completely different place. The sponsors are looking for former players, and to be honest with you, running some of these things is getting so difficult, and things have changed at home. So financially, it's a whole different world. So I wanted to try something new and come to the overthinkers, the people who watch the content, and say it would be incredible if you guys could contribute monthly towards the platform, towards keeping my lights on, but also making sure that all of the crazy things that I want to do, that I want to take Supersport on with, I can actually do. And just for 20 Rand every month, I think that would be an incredible contribution if you can make it. It may sound like a little, but if we can get a lot of people behind it, then we'll be able to carry on doing what I do. I'll be able to carry on giving you the content and also expanding it, because we don't have shows like this, and us content creators need help from our audiences. So I just came here to ask you if you can. Here is the account number that you guys can use in order to contribute. And I think, yeah, I'd be very grateful if you would. But anyway, let's get back to the video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My fear when I was watching that game was that it was going to be similar to the TS Galaxy versus Pirates game that we watched last night. And it was going to be similar in the sense that TS Galaxy played very well at times. They recycled the ball well, they had possession, they played well. Kaizer Chiefs had possession, they looked threatening, they had their chances, didn't take them, and you were maybe looking at a game that was going to go, you know, it was going to be one of those losses where you've played, you've tried your best, but it just wasn't your day. But the thing that makes me the happiest and excites me most about Chiefs this season is Abo Mfundo Vilakazi, Abo Shabalala, Abo Zwane. I think they bring an energy to Kaizer Chiefs that we have missed for a very long time. And I don't know if it's because they're just young and they're running out and they, you know, they don't know how to control that thing, or they're still young and very excited. But there's an energy. When you watch Mfundo, you see a player who loves the spotlight. As they say, the Chiefs jersey is heavy, but it's not necessarily heavy. You just have to be a certain kind of person to play for Chiefs at a high level. And I think Umfundo Vilakazi, the way he loves the spotlight, he loves the game, he's not afraid of doing things, he stamps his authority on games. He was trying so hard to get us on back into that game when it was looking like we weren't going to score. He was shooting, the way they were combining with Umdu. And you kind of see the difference between that new crop, the younger crop of players, and Abonkosi Ngobo, I'm sorry to say, Mart, I'm sorry to say. Some of the players who, maybe because they've been at Chiefs for a very long time, at Chiefs that didn't have that energy, you could tell that Ngobo, in as much as we know Umshini, he's a gifted player, he knows how to play, he knows how to pass, he was doing the 1-2s, no Mfundo, but there was a time where he was hiding on the right wing and allowing Umfundo to take hold of that. There's a thing that Abonkosi Pile are missing, and it's that ikrach, man, it's that energy to come in. You saw what Zwane coming in the second half and controlling the game and playing the passes and spreading the ball around, the way that they were playing with that type of really great energy. We saw something similar versus iSupersport. It's just that the big thing was that they were missing out on Usirino. And that is where Usirino is going to be one of our most important players, because we play very well, we combine very well, the youngsters run. But you sometimes need that adult who's going to take the ball, get the ball, and then, control the game, make the good decisions that you need up top. So I'm so excited. Shawalala, the way he played today. I think Chiefs' season this year is not about the performances. It's not about the results. It's not about the goals scored. It's not about the goals conceded. This year is going to be about finding that thing that made Chiefs all those years ago. And I would argue that it's players that aren't afraid. It's players that are, standing up. It's players that don't back down. This game last season would have been a game that we lose. Or it would have been a 2-0 loss where Magesi would be on top of us. They'd be controlling the game, they'd be playing. I mean, Milford looked good versus Kaizer Chiefs and started playing and doing all that. A team that was, bottom half of the log in the NFD last season was playing. They had confidence. They knew that these are whipping boys. They knew that, you could play against the Chiefs. Versus this one, where I don't think you can go to sleep. I don't think you can allow them to come out and play. And what's amazing, the other part that I think we might be downplaying is that Chiefs is a very fan-focused team. So there's going to be teams this season that aren't going to be beaten by the pitch and what's happening on the pitch. They're going to be beaten by the type of energy you can get from the fans. There was a time when it was rocking. And if we can take those 10, 15 minutes where we are rocking and score 2 or 3 goals, it changes games. It changes games. Now, we still have some issues. We still have defensive issues that I've spoken about for weeks now, in that our left and right back play so high that covering them becomes a situation where you find your centre back running on the wing, or you find your right back running on the side trying to cover, and that space is what makes them disjointed in the middle. So you'll find a situation where the ball is coming in from the left-hand side, or if we look at the goal in Magesi, the ball is coming in from the right-hand side of the Chiefs' defense, left-hand side of Magesi's attack. And these two, because they're caught in two worlds, there's spaces in between them that they're not taking advantage of, right? And that's where the goals come. The space in between the centre-backs and the left and the right back. I think Cross is a 60-minute player. I don't think his fitness is up to par, and I think we need to start covering for our defenders. There's an overconfidence in that Kaizer Chiefs team when it comes to defending, and it almost feels like we trust those defenders to be great in one-on-one situations, to win all their duels without getting assistance. And that's gonna do a lot of harm to Kaizer Chiefs. Now we're going into the Sundowns game, and I'll probably do a preview tomorrow, but we're going into the Sundowns game, and that is a team that knows how to take advantage of the specific errors that we make when it comes to left and right back and our two centre backs. So we need to look at how we're going to fix that. That is our biggest problem. And the other big issue then becomes Usirino. That if we don't have Sirino, we'll make all the pretty passes, we'll make all the triangles, we'll do all of that stuff. Umfunda shayabantu ngepaitu. But I fear that if Sirino's closed down, all that will come to nothing. Chiva, I'm not sure if we're playing towards his football when Sirino's not there. So what happens is that Usirino, because he's got a cool head and he's got the ball, he's the one who then gets the ball up high and he decides, do I play it through for Chiva? Do I play it through for Chabalala? Do I play a reverse pass the other way around? You saw the goal, Yagamtu, the way that he played it through. When he's not there, they play together, but they're not playing to give him the ball, and you start seeing problems. He had his chances that he should have taken, and to be fair, we had a lot of chances that we should have taken advantage of, but because we didn't take advantage of those chances, you now start to question, do we have a plan B for when Usirino angeko, and does it include Abu Chivavairo? Should it be a chaos game where everybody's running around? And maybe Chivavairo should learn to do something similar to a Mahopa. Drag a defender back. And it doesn't mean go and play 10 or go and play on the wing. But all you're doing is guarding your movement to make sure that that defender feels like they can chase you. That's the only reason why you're dropping back. And that'll open spaces for Bushabalala to take advantage of. I think in the second half, after the great excitement of going 2-2, we kind of suffered for having too many ball players on the pitch and not enough people that want to take the initiative at the end. So we need other people that are going to shoot the ball. And it's good to see Uzwane kind of taking on that responsibility. And maybe we lacked Mfundo Vilakazi in the second half because he had come off. And he's somebody who really takes that responsibility and says, I'm shooting. Midfield-wise, Mart is still lacking. And that's why I say that I think there are players that have been playing at Chiefs for so long that they just have that, they've lost the hunger or they've lost the fight, right? So him, Njabulo Ngobo, they looked a bit shaky. Untwari needs to get over his fear of the fans and his nervousness when he's playing. I think he's a good keeper that gets nervous. And that thing is going to cost us. Like I said, I don't think Magesi, in as much as they did well, I don't think they played us off the park, and I don't think they were dangerous to the point where they were going to take us. It was a free kick goal, it was a header goal, that's what it was. So, yeah, let's see how that's going to go. I'll see you guys then on the next one. Bye.